American air carriers are avoiding Ukrainian airspace near the Russian border after a Malaysian airplane was shot down in the area Thursday. At least 298 people were on board. Most of the passengers were Dutch, but some Americans may be among the dead. Russian separatists are believed responsible for shooting down the plane. Gary Lane has more.
Along the flight path of Malaysia Airlines Flight 17, passports, clothing, and human bodies. Some passengers still found strapped into their seats. Rescue workers, including police officers and local coal miners, sift through the debris in eastern Ukraine, all looking for clues on what may have caused the crash. But world leaders say the cause is clear.
Not an accident blown out of the sky.
This looks less like an accident than a crime.
U.S. intelligence officials say the Boeing 777 was shot down by a surface-to-air missile as it flew over eastern Ukraine from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur. The pilot was forced to fly a more northerly route because of thunderstorms, and that took the plane and all 295 passengers on a path over territory occupied by Russian separatists. Witnesses described loud explosions, and one villager 25 miles from the Russian border said there was fighting, and then he heard shooting in the sky. U.S. federal aviation officials and FBI investigators are heading to the crash site. The separatist rebels say they've found most of the recording devices. The concern now that they'll turn those over to the Russians. That may likely lead to a biased investigation. That's because the Russians have been accused of supplying the separatists with arms to fight the Ukrainian government. Did the supplied armaments include surface-to-air missiles? And are the rebels responsible for the shootdown? Rebels deny responsibility, but the Ukrainian government says it intercepted a phone call in which separatists at the crash scene reportedly told Russian military intelligence, quote, "We have shot down a plane."
An international team must have full access to the crash site, and no one should interfere with the area or move any debris, including the black box.
Meanwhile, back in Amsterdam, at least one couple was thankful they didn't board Malaysia Flight 17.
We were supposed to be in that flight, and it's obviously, something watching over us and saying, no, don't get on that flight.
Gary Lane, CBN News.